Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, unemployment rates are down, but one major widespread issue remains. We'll hear from Commissioner Laura Fortman this morning.
Plus, a blast from the past in Winterport as the town got to experience vintage drag racing.
And the schools down east all facing issues with PFAS contamination, and with school a week away, the clock is ticking. Your local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for joining us this morning. It's Tuesday. We are rolling right into the middle of the week. We got a little bit of rain in store. Should be a good day, though.
I know. We've needed it, as I say every time it rains.
Well, we have. I mean, like, how many times has it rained consistently throughout the days? I mean, all throughout summer. We finally got rain last week throughout an entire day, and I was like, that was the first time I think it happened all summer.
We've needed it really bad. So I'm not just being silly or precocious. We've needed it. We'll get a check of the full forecast with Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo and stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, fog is still an issue again this morning. We have some reduced visibilities near the Bangor and Rockland area. This will begin to improve soon, though, as we will be watching some rain. I'll be getting out of here, too. And the sun may try to peek out later in the day before it goes down. But meanwhile, we've had some decent rainfall, around 1 to 2 inches in a few spots, so much needed rain in some spots. While in other spots, so not a lot of rain, but either way, though, we'll definitely take what we can get at this point. The radar is still showing a few showers that are moving through. No lightning with this. This is all tracking from the southwest to the north and east. The lightning tracker is on. We're not seeing any returns on that this morning, so that's a little bit of good news. There's a little bit of rain to kind of help you sleep out there from last night to this morning, but maybe hard to wake up in a few areas because it's still a little bit dreary out there as all this right here continues to track off towards the north and east. But notice nothing behind it, though, except for maybe a few sprinkles as the rain will start to back off later on today into the afternoon period before a few more showers try to develop later on tonight. So as for Futurecast, the clouds will try to get out of here. Maybe a quick break to allow some sunshine. Then a few more showers try to get in here as we head towards early Wednesday morning. As for the wind, though, not too bad. It'll be out of the north today in a few spots at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. The directions may change just a little bit, but staying relatively calm moving forward for the next several days or so. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, some morning showers, then becoming mostly cloudy. The sun possibly coming out late. Northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 60s, a few showers, areas of dense fog as well, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period becoming cloudy, temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help identifying a vehicle or individuals involved in an alleged assault that took place at the Suzanne M. Smith Elementary School in Levant over the weekend. According to the Sheriff's Office, on Friday at approximately 7:30 p.m., deputies responded to a report of an assault that took place on the playground of the Levant School. They say the vehicle seen in the picture was occupied by 2 adults, and a female from the vehicle assaulted one of 3 youths who were playing on the playground before leaving the area. The Sheriff's Office says they are reviewing video to help develop further leads. If you recognize this vehicle or have any information about the incident, you are asked to contact the Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigative Division at 947-4585.
The federal government has agreed to pay $8 million to settle a claim that a federally funded clinic failed to alert a mother or authorities of signs of abuse of a 6-month-old boy. Alexandria Orduna of Brewer contended medical professionals failed to recognize or report signs of abuse inflicted on her son by a man who was living with her in 2019. On Monday, the attorney for Miss Orduna filed a motion to dismiss a lawsuit after the settlement was executed last month. The man accused of causing the injuries was sentenced to 4 years in prison.
The Bangor Police Department has issued a silver alert for 55-year-old Joseph D'Alessandrids of Presque Isle. Mr. D'Alessandrids was last seen yesterday at approximately 2:49 p.m., leaving Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor on foot. Mr. D'Alessandrids has been hospitalized with a traumatic brain injury since he was involved in a crash about a month ago. He is a white male, 5'10", 175 pounds, with gray hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing a dark blue t-shirt, blue jeans with a black belt, and black sneakers. Anyone who has seen Mr. D'Alessandrids or has any information should call 911 or the Bangor Police Department at 947-7382.
Bangor City Council proclaimed August 31st as Overdose Awareness Day, which coincides with International Overdose Awareness Day. Councilor Joe Leonard read out the proclamation, reinforcing the city's commitment to addressing the ongoing drug epidemic.
The city resolves to play our part in reducing the toll of overdoses in our community, which has claimed the lives of 105 overdose deaths in Penobscot County and 636 people in the state of Maine in 2021, with countless more lives affected forever.
The proclamation also encouraged community members to obtain training on preventing, identifying, and responding to an opioid overdose using the overdose remedy, Narcan.
With schools in Maine starting in the next few weeks, there are a lot of factors students and teachers are considering, often causing stress. Matthew Jurancic has the story.
As students of all ages get ready to head back to school, anxiety remains an all-time high over school safety.
There's normal stress of getting back to school, but I think at this time we got a couple other huge stressors that students are dealing with that historically they haven't had to deal with. One is that this is, we've had so many mass shootings and big, casualty events in schools that a lot of kids are apprehensive.
During the 2021-2022 school year, Evertown Research reports that there was a total of 193 incidents of gunfire in schools ranging from preschool to high schools. This is 4 times the average number of gunfire incidents inside schools since 2013. Prescott says that these types of incidents only increase stress students are dealing with.
No matter how you measure it, we just have to acknowledge that there's been an increase in clinical anxiety, depression, and mental health problems in students from kids in elementary school to middle school through to high school. So it's here.
According to Prescott, more than half of kids are somewhat or very worried that a shooting is going to happen inside their school. He says that some kids are going to have trouble managing their stress.
We see it clinically, kids coming in, their anxiety or depression has just gotten too big to manage, right? Some is normal, but eventually it gets so big that you can't study, that you can't think, that you're snapping at your parents or snapping at your friends. So you see it kind of cross a threshold.
Heading into a new academic year, Prescott says the best way teachers and parents can ease the stress students have is by actively listening and being able to sympathize.
I tend to encourage parents and teachers, if a kid's in trouble, just to ask the question and then bite your tongue and be quiet, right? You want to ask a lot of questions and listen. Most kids have thought about this, and try to selectively reinforce those things you think that are helpful and maybe downplay a little bit those things that you think might be making them more wound up than they need to be.
Reporting from Bangor, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 8:08. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, masking regulations continue to shift, and now the Bangor City Council will discuss the possibility of removing existing mask mandates.
Now we'll look at your weather forecast real quick. A high of 75 degrees. Some rain this morning should dwindle out. We'll have overcast the rest of the day and scattered showers moving in tonight. Temperatures warming back up to the high 70s tomorrow with scattered thunderstorms.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time county fair featuring farm, steer, and ox pulls, pedal tractor pulls, truck pulls, a pig scramble, and much more. Fun rides on the Midway and daily and nightly entertainment. The Piscataquis Valley Fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover Foxcroft.
In life, many things matter. Black lives matter. Asian and Caucasian lives matter. Police officers and firefighters matter. Youngsters and senior citizen lives matter. Think about it. Every life matters. And it all begins, first in Maine and everywhere, when the protection of the unborn matters.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time county fair featuring farm, steer, and ox pulls, pedal tractor pulls, truck pulls, a pig scramble, and much more. Fun rides on the Midway and daily and nightly entertainment. The Piscataquis Valley Fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover Foxcroft.
We've got a huge game here. Everybody is excited for this. A matchup between two heavyweight fighters. Kick it off, baby. Let's rock. Let's go! Can you feel it? This defense in the play. Exceptional stuff. Unreal. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Instant classic.
As COVID-19 masking regulations continue to shift from mandates to recommendations, the Bangor City Council will discuss the possibility of removing existing mask mandates for city buildings if community levels are still high. The governor's state of emergency declaration ended more than a year ago, yet mask mandates to city buildings in Bangor have remained. The Bangor City Council could change that mandate to match more updated CDC recommendations. According to covidactnow.gov, COVID-19 risk metric levels are low, showing that 81.5% of people in Penobscot County are vaccinated. The council is expected to make a decision to possibly implement changes in the coming weeks.
The Department of Labor recently released statistics showing a decrease in unemployment numbers. However, staffing shortages remain a widespread issue. A.J. Douglas talked to the department's commissioner to learn more.
Friday, the Department of Labor reported unemployment rates in July were at 2.8% compared to 3% in June. Department Commissioner Laura Fortman says these are pre-pandemic numbers, despite the fact that countless employers are still short-staffed.
There are actually very few people who are unemployed right now. On the other side of that, we have employers looking for workers, and there are currently about 2 jobs for every 1 unemployed person.
Fortman reminds employers to assert diversity and inclusion practices when staffing potential employees.
Think about people who have traditionally been underemployed. So, for example, folks with disabilities, older workers, younger workers. And right now is a great opportunity for those folks to pursue career opportunities.
Communications Director for Disability Rights Maine, Julia Endicott, says the organization advocates to increase employment for people with disabilities. Endicott says fear should not play a role in the hiring process.
We know employers are afraid of hiring somebody with disabilities because they don't necessarily know how the accommodations process works. They're afraid of something happening, and they're very hesitant.
Endicott notes that minor adjustments can make a big impact for an applicant living with a disability.
Policy like flexible scheduling can be something that means somebody with a disability is able to start working at that organization, that employer.
Fortman says the Department of Labor cannot predict what's next to come in terms of unemployment trends, but encourages job seekers and employers to utilize the department's resources. A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
It's 8:15 after the break. PFAS contaminations are creating a stir down east. We'll see how the new carbon filtering system will help 3 schools facing the issue.
Plus, parents in Washington, D.C. are being told their children must be vaccinated for COVID-19 before they go back to school. We'll have all the details when we return.
Inflation, a broken supply chain, and high gas prices. Mainers everywhere are facing tough decisions about rising costs. Growing up as part of a small family business in Leeds, I learned what a struggling economy does to small businesses, jobs, and to working class people. And serving as a Marine in Afghanistan and Iraq taught me to stand strong for what's right in the face of adversity. I'm Jared Golden, and that's why in Congress, I'm an independent voice for you, taking on my own party to stand up for Maine families. I was the only Democrat to vote against trillions of dollars of President Biden's agenda because I knew it would make inflation worse. I've stood with law enforcement against defunding the police. I support cutting the gas tax and increasing domestic oil production. I'm working to lower prescription drug costs and standing firm against any cuts to Social Security and Medicare. I'll always be an independent fighter for you. I'm Jared Golden, and this is my family. I approve this message because when it comes to doing what's right for your family, I'll never back down.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Three schools down east are working to combat PFAS contamination before school resumes at the end of this month. Mount Desert Island High School, Brooklyn Elementary School, and Deer Isle Stonington High School are all facing issues with PFAS contamination in their schools' water supplies. The district is working to install filtration systems before school starts on the 30th. The schools had previously tested for PFAS in the spring after finding the levels of chemicals in the water were well above the state remediation requirement level of 20 parts per trillion. MDI High School Principal Matt Haney said the new carbon filtering system will be installed and tested in the coming week.
We have a pretty intricate and extensive carbon filtering system being installed that will bring our PFAS levels significantly below the recommended parts per million.
If the school is unable to get the proper testing completed before the school year starts, they will take other measures to ensure the safety and health of their students.
If it's not below those recommended levels, we will continue to provide bottled water in the large 5-gallon containers that we have over the summer, have spread out throughout the school for the students and staff to use as they go through the school year. I'm confident that we're not going to need to do that, and we're ready to do it if it happens.
Principal Haney would like to remind the public to monitor their own drinking water and stay aware of potential contamination. The State Public Health and Safety Office is also conducting research into whether the wastewater systems nearby the schools have been contaminated in their well water.
There are new concerns among civil rights advocates yesterday over the school vaccine mandate in Washington, D.C. It is one of the strictest in the country. Experts say it could have a disproportionately adverse impact on minority students. Fox's Mike Emanuel has the story.
Parents in Washington, D.C. are being told their children must be vaccinated for COVID-19 before they go back to school. The D.C. school superintendent warning all students must have up-to-date immunization certification on file with the school within the first 20 school days, or they will not be allowed to attend school or school activities until the immunization certification is secured by the school. One local mother in favor of the mandate credits city leadership for being responsive.
Well, I'm very happy that D.C. government has listened to parents, has listened to our pediatricians.
But the D.C. branch of the NAACP is sounding the alarm.
We are very concerned about the racial and educational inequities that will result from this mandate.
So its leadership is calling for a quality remote learning option.
We cannot force families or students to be vaccinated, so there must be an option for those students to obtain quality education. And Black and brown students within this city will not be left behind.
According to the city's data, in Washington, D.C., 100% of white kids 12 to 15 years of age have received their COVID-19 shots, compared to 61% of Black children in the same age range. Mayor Muriel Bowser is pushing back.
We have a substantially fewer number of kids that we have to engage with vaccination.
Aside from the nation's capital, only New Orleans has a similar mandate ahead of this school year. Los Angeles pushed its vaccine requirement for students back to 2023. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
The time is now 8:20.
Let's turn it over to meteorologist Devin Biggs. He has the latest forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Already fog's a problem out there in a few areas this morning, seeing reduced visibility at around 1 to 3 miles. This may get a little bit thicker in a few spots this morning, as we'll keep the fog rolling for a little while. But of course, rainfall. We've had some decent rainfall, and this is just as of this morning with the latest reports that have come in. Other areas, not a whole lot. Others, about 1 to 2 inches, which is good news. We definitely need the rain out there, so this will definitely help out the drought situation in a few areas. And we are still seeing a little bit of rain out there this morning, mainly across the eastern parts of the viewing area, just to the north of Bangor as well. This is all tracking off towards the north and east. A few showers to the south and west, too. Nothing too extreme at this point. This will start to back off as we head toward the latter parts of the day, as low pressure tracks off towards the north and east. But again, we're not done just yet. So this is just the first round of rain I'll be moving through. We'll catch a break today, though, with even the sun coming out later on tonight, at least before the sun sets, I should say, later in the afternoon or the evening time frame, the sun will come out. Then by tonight, though, the clouds begin to move in again as another little round of a few showers try to sneak in here, though, from another system that'll try to sneak in. So the pattern's still staying active, and we will get a little bit of a break later this afternoon. But again, we definitely need the precipitation. Here's a drought monitor that was released last Thursday. Moderate and severe drought still across a good part of the state, so any rainfall that we do get definitely will help things out. As the wave heights are up a little bit, though, because of the area of low pressure moving in at around 2 to 4 feet, according to the buoys. No small craft advisory in effect at this point. They're not expected to get much higher. But, man, this is a nice change. The winds will not be an issue at all, remaining relatively calm for the next several days or so not much of a worry there in a few areas. But our average high is 79 degrees. We'll be in the middle to upper 70s for the next few days, so overall not too bad. The lower 80s on the way by Thursday. Then back in the upper 70s Friday, Saturday, lower 80s by Sunday, and then lower 80s again as we head towards your Monday. Muggy mirror showing dew points that will be up there a little bit, reaching up into the lower to maybe middle 60s between now and as we head towards Friday before another system moves in, drops us back down to the comfortable category as we head towards Saturday and even into parts of Sunday. Futurecast moving forward, we'll get a lot of the rain out of here. A break in the clouds, allowing some sunshine to peek through late before it goes down. Then clouds move in again, allowing a few more showers to sneak through. Nothing too ridiculous going on there. It will keep chances for a few showers and even a few rumbles of thunder going as we head towards Wednesday as well, with a mixture of clouds and sunshine otherwise in a few spots. How much rain for the rest of today, though? Nothing too ridiculous. Maybe a few isolated areas of higher amounts, but pretty much a lot of the accumulating rainfall, we are just about done. We're running this all the way through Saturday. About 3/4 of an inch could still fall. So again, more beneficial rain on the way between now and Saturday. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, some morning showers, otherwise mostly cloudy. That northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lower 60s tonight, a few showers, areas of dense fog as well, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, upper 70s, scattered showers and thunderstorms possible. West wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. A small chance of storms on Thursday, highs in the low 80s. By Friday, more storms, highs in the upper 70s. And we dry out by Saturday, mostly sunny, highs in the upper 70s.
Next up to bat for the next homies, Luke. Don't strike out this year when selling your home. Hit a home run. Get Luked and get sold with Next Home Experience today.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Come on down! Come on down! Come on down! You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
I'll take The Price is Right instant ticket, please.
Play The Price is Right instant ticket from the main lottery today. Win up to $250,000 instantly. Or enter for your chance to win a trip to Las Vegas for a chance to win up to $50 million in the Come On Down Challenge. Come on down!
With a new Toyota, you can practically make summer stand still. From making a splash in a Highlander to fitting in more fun in a Camry or tackling a trailhead in a RAV4 hybrid. Who's a good boy? Enjoy the last of summer in an exciting new Toyota during Toyota's national sales event.
Come and get an electrified Camry LE hybrid with 52 mpg and up to a 686-mile driving range. Plus, get affordable 1.9% financing on most Camry models.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
Good morning, everyone. Well, Husson men's soccer is coming off one of its best regular seasons in history. Now they're on to 2022, but this year the backdrop of preseason looks a little different.
On a mission. We're on a mission to prove a point. Okay? The point is pretty simple.
In a season that showed so much positive, 2021 ended in disappointment for Husson men's soccer.
The fact of the matter is we didn't beat Farmington. They took their chance. We didn't. And it's been hurting every day since.
Losing in the NAC semis, the Eagles fell short of their goal to reach NCAAs. But this year, the bar is one rung higher.
Winning an NCAA game would be writing history for this program. And it's an opportunity for all of these quality players that are here together to be able to do that.
The path to history officially began this week, not on the comfort of Butcher Field, but on the pitches of Portugal, as Husson reconvened overseas for a week-long excursion centered around one goal.
The best teams are united, right? So that's what this trip is really doing.
We're in this place, so there's no one else except for us. I mean, of course, there's other people at the hotel, but we don't know them. And so it forces guys to say, hey, what are you doing?
And less than 48 hours into their trip, the Eagles have already done quite a bit together, starting with an impromptu game of hacky sack at the baggage claim.
Everyone starts joining in. Other people are watching us. Like, who are these Americans, like, being crazy in the airport?
In just a short time, they've taken stadium tours, watched pro matches, even played some volleyball while exploring the country of Portugal. All, of course, while balancing their daily work on the pitch.
We'll play in a wide area. That's okay. I don't mind. We can come here and miss everything because all we're doing is training. And at that point, you think, well, why did we pay all this money to come just to be able to train here?
But whether you call it work or play, the underlying current of team building makes every situation a worthwhile experience for a unit looking to make history this season.
1, 2, 3, 2. It's been 3 long months since players have seen each other that have left. And it's an opportunity to get that group together and build those relationships up the field.
Just an incredible experience for them to have. And while we're talking college soccer, how about Maine over the weekend? 4 goals for the Black Bears in Sunday's win over St. Peter's, and a Rookie of the Week honor for one of Maine's own. Freshman Madison Michaud, who graduated from Gorham last year, has been named America East Rookie of the Week after just 1 game at the college level. Michaud scored her first collegiate goal late in the first half to give Maine a 2-0 lead in a game they'd eventually win 4-0. The Black Bears return to action on Thursday night for a 7 p.m. first touch versus Merrimack. We will have coverage of that as well later on in the week. For now, let's talk some football because the Patriots are into their final week of training camp after last Friday's preseason win over the Panthers. Not all good news in the days following that game, most notably being the health of rookie wide receiver Tyquan Thornton. He's expected to miss 8 weeks with a collarbone injury, but teammate Jacoby Myers is optimistic about the rookie going forward.
He's a great kid, you know, and I think he's going to be perfectly fine. If anybody can handle it, I think he'll be the guy that can, you know. We know what he brings to the table, and he knows what he brings to the table. And he got a great support system around him, a lot of great guys in the room, so I think he'll be all right.
While Thornton remains in Foxborough for now, the rest of the team has already arrived in Las Vegas for joint practices with Josh McDaniels and the Raiders. Belichick said Monday that any group sessions are good, but doing it on the road is even more valuable.
You know, we're in one spot, and you know, they enjoy hanging out with each other and doing things together, and you know, football or non-football. So, you know, it's a good opportunity, and it prepares us for the games we're going to have on the road this year.
Sounds a lot like us in men's soccer. There you go. And that matters even more for the Patriots because they will return to Vegas in Week 15 of the regular season to be maybe a little bit more accustomed to that dry heat is what they're calling it. While we're talking the Raiders, though, what an odd series of events it's been for Tom Brady. First, the guy retires, then unretires. News breaks about tampering in Miami. Dana White says he nearly went to Las Vegas. And oh, by the way, most recently, he's been missing from training camp for the last 2 weeks. But on Monday, Brady returned to practice for the first time since August 11th when he left the team for personal reasons. No one truly knows why, at least publicly, where Brady's been and why he left about 12 days ago. There have been rumors that he was maybe shooting Masked Singer for Fox, that he was maybe taking care of his family on vacation. Who really knows? The only thing we do know is by all accounts, he's ready to go for his third season in Tampa Bay. And just in case you did care, which I know you don't, I just drafted Tom Brady in my fantasy draft, so I believe that he will be there come week 1 for the Buccaneers. All right, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. Soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
Mom and Dad, you must be so proud.
We're proud of all of our children.
She has to say that.
Oh, you can't run away from me forever.
Just a heads up, this is my good side.
Yeah.
Bazinga, bazinga, bazinga.
Ah! Are you trying to kill me?
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
It's Tuesday, August 23rd of 2022. There are 130 days left in the year. It looks like rain. Our guy Devin has been watching the radar all night, and we'll hear from him in just a moment. Here's something you never think about. Snow chains were patented 114 years ago today. You don't see them on cars anymore. Tires have come a long way since then.
Actress Barbara Eden from TV's I Dream of Jeannie is 91 today. Actress Shelley Long from Cheers is 73. Today is Buttered Corn Day. Ooh, I have some of that in the fridge.
Oh, you ready to eat that?
That's my next meal idea. Yep. It's Hug Your Sweetheart Day, and it's Internaut Day. I learned this one today. Internaut can be defined as a person who has a deep knowledge of how to use the internet as well as of its history. See, I don't want to be that person, but I would love to be friends with that person.
With friends with that, yeah. Get all the inside information on the internet and like know the fun facts about it.
Right. I love having fun facts friends. It's like you're just having it. You're kind of that friend.
Fun facts friends.
It's
Fun
like,
story friends.
Right. Just derail a conversation. Oh, fun fact.
Completely change the conversation. Yeah, I talk too much. I got that. We'll throw it over to Devin. Thanks for another check of our forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo and stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today, Alrighty, fog is still an issue again this morning. We have some reduced visibilities near the Bangor and Rockland area. This will begin to improve soon, though, as we will be watching some rain. I'll be getting out of here, too. And the sun may try to peek out later into the day before it goes down. But meanwhile, we've had some decent rainfall, around 1 to 2 inches in a few spots, so much needed rain in some spots. While in other spots, so not a lot of rain, but either way, though, we'll definitely take what we can get at this point. The radar is still showing a few showers that are moving through. No lightning with this. This is all tracking from the southwest to the north and east. The lightning tracker is on. We're not seeing any returns on that this morning, so that's a little bit of good news. There's a little bit of rain to kind of help you sleep out there from last night to this morning, but maybe hard to wake up in a few areas because it's still a little bit dreary out there as all this right here continues to track off towards the north and east. But notice nothing behind it, though, except for maybe a few sprinkles as the rain will start to back off later on today into the afternoon period before a few more showers try to develop later on tonight. So as for futurecast, the clouds will try to get out of here. Maybe a quick break to allow some sunshine. Then a few more showers try to get in here as we head towards early Wednesday morning. As for the wind, though, not too bad. It'll be out of the north today in a few spots at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. The directions may change just a little bit, but staying relatively calm moving forward for the next several days or so. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, some morning showers, then becoming mostly cloudy. The sun possibly coming out late. Northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 60s, a few showers, areas of dense fog as well, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period becoming cloudy, temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Ever wonder what your house would look like if you lived on Mars? Well, a team of artists and scientists are now revealing a model home they say could be the perfect sustainable space dwelling on the red planet.
Fox News correspondent Ashley Strohmeyer takes a look.
While the housing market on Earth remains a little dicey, a new project is giving us a glimpse of what our future homes may look like on Mars.
This is a place for people to think about future living.
Located in Bristol, England, a team of artists are unveiling their rendition of a typical Martian home after spending 7 years working with scientists, space experts, and engineers to research the best ways we can live sustainably on the red planet.
It's gold to reflect dangerous solar rays and cosmic radiation, and it's inflatable because it would be filled with a special concrete made of the dust and water that you find on Mars.
The Golden Dome will be the top of the 2-story complex. It'll serve as the main living space and a hydroponics center where special plants can grow to assist with health and wellness.
Underground in the amazing lava tubes which exist under the surface of Mars, that's where the bedrooms and bathrooms would be.
The second level of the home is where things get a little more compact.
In here is your bedroom. They're tiny. This is your only private space in the whole house. This is where you keep your things, you do some work, and then over here is the toilet.
Meanwhile, the home will also feature solar panels for power and be able to withstand temperatures of negative 81 degrees, which is standard on Mars. To build a home that can function in those conditions, architects turn to the Arctic for inspiration.
Antarctica is often considered by the big space agencies as the best terrestrial analogue for space exploration.
The Martian home officially opens its doors to visitors at the end of this month. They remain open until mid-October. Ashley Strohmeyer, Fox News.
And here's a look at some of the upbeat stories making headlines today.
School is starting early in Chicago, and Mayor Lori Lightfoot helped ring in the new year at Chicago's Falconer Elementary. Kids are returning to teacher and bus driver shortages, record crime, and relaxed COVID protocols, although the school is still demanding masks and conducting weekly screening tests. Baristas showed off their milk pouring skills at a latte art competition in Amman, Jordan. The contest is part of the Jordan Coffee Festival. Only 18 made it into the finals. Organizers want to send winners on to international championships. They say latte art helps baristas connect with their customers. Giant panda Xiao Qi-ji celebrated his second birthday at the Smithsonian's National Zoo in Washington yesterday. The zoo helped him celebrate with a fruitsicle cake containing his favorite foods. This year, the Smithsonian Zoo celebrates 50 years of its giant panda conservation and breeding program. And NASA is releasing dazzling new images of Jupiter from the James Webb Space Telescope. High-detail images of the solar system's largest planet show the northern and southern lights flickering around Jupiter's poles. The photos were taken last month, and they show the ring circling the planet and 2 tiny moons. And those are some of the other stories making headlines on ABC 7.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll get a glimpse of the antique car show and drag race that drew crowds from all over this past weekend.
And we'll hear from an economist who has predictions on the state of rent prices in Maine. This is more local news when we return.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. With the push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
The OG Fountain Coke, the velvety smooth iced coffee, the triumphant return of High C Orange Lava Burst. Whichever is your favorite, they're all delicious. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink. Choose your favorite when you get any size soft drink for just $1 at McDonald's. Right now, you can enjoy deliciously refreshing beverages like an ice cold Dr. Pepper or other soft drink for only $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
On the next Last Man Standing, Mandy gets a lesson in business.
I think I finally understand what they mean when they say, you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. I didn't used to know that.
I'm not entirely sure you do right now. And the girls are ready to rumble.
Come on, get mad at me, Mandy. I'm tougher than you. I'm smarter than you.
But Mandy's the one packing a punch.
What the heck happened? Mandy has more anger than we thought.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
The most talented home cooks return.
There's someone from every season.
This is MasterChef Back to Win.
Don't miss all new episodes Wednesday, only on Fox.
Folks in and around the town of Winterport got to experience a piece of history over the weekend as the Winterport Dragway hosted the Pine Tree Jamboree.
It's a vintage drag race featuring cars from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And as Jody Hersey shows us, it's a show unlike any other.
History roared to life at Winterport Dragway's Pine Tree Jamboree, a drag race featuring Ford flathead V8 engines from 1953 or earlier.
If someone comes with a 1919 Model T and they want to race it, they absolutely can. These cars, they're basically horse and buggies with motors in them.
This special event is the brainchild of Pittsfield, New Hampshire resident Eli English.
But Winterport is a throwback. It's basically, I call it sacred ground. It's a place where that time forgot. It was an airport runway way back in the 40s, and then in 1967 they started racing cars here, and they've raced cars here ever since.
Vintage car owners from Texas, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, and other states drive their campers and trailer their well-worn and well-loved race cars to the Winterport Dragway, where for 3 days these drivers can race their set of wheels down the drag strip as fast and as often as they like.
You can putt down the track if you want, or you can burn the tires and go as fast as you can.
Pine Tree Jamboree participants don't compete for a cash prize at this event or even a trophy. Instead, they race for the experience and the bragging rights.
We're really truly just racing against ourselves. We're not racing to win. So if my car can go home under its own power, I've won.
There's no denying these automobiles are the main attraction of the Pine Tree Jamboree, but for classic car owner Bonnie Dyer of Fairfield, it's also about the people.
It's meeting new people. We all share the same interests. There's no egos. Everybody tries to help out everybody if they want to help.
In Winterport, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
New data on the rental market suggests rent hikes could disappear soon. According to Redfin, the median rent cost surged 14% from a year ago as of July, but the market tracking company says asking rents are going down compared to May and June's median rent, which was 16% and 15% respectively.
Redfin's chief economist says big hikes in rent may end soon as landlords adjust to tenants who are constantly dealing with inflation strains. However, he said places with a strong job market and limited housing options might still see rent increases.
After the break, we have a local author joining the show.
And we'll be right back with more.
$7.8 million. That's how much I made home sellers in the past 2 years. Planning on selling? I'm Holly Taylor. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
Bathfitter doesn't just fit your bath. We fit your life. When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in as little as a day. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards with a lifetime guarantee. Bathfitter. It just fits.
Now, with $600 off a complete bath system, it fits your budget too. We've never had a promotion this big, so call or click now.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
Cookie week is on a roll. Is that a cookie in your pocket? Yes, actually it is. With Brooke Shields at the news desk.
There's a new survey. Men most likely to cheat own pet rabbits.
What if he promised he could make you very, very happy?
And C. And La Brea's Chike Okonkwo on the next Drew.
The Drew Barrymore Show, Tuesday at 3 on Fox 22.
When selling your home, knowing your options could make you tens of thousands of dollars. That's what I do for my clients. I'm Holly Taylor. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
And welcome back to Good Morning Maine. We have Emma Squared. You're going to be easy to remember your name coming in today.
That's funny. We're here with Emma G. Rose. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
She is a young adult author, and she's releasing a new book very soon. It's called On the Bank of Oblivion. Can you explain your book for us?
On the Bank of Oblivion is the story of a teenager experiencing those first worrying signs of long-term illness. And he wants to ignore this. He doesn't want to deal with it because it's scary and big and he doesn't know what it means. And so he ends up sort of slipping into this fantasy world and maybe getting an offer of help from someone, but that offer comes with some conditions that he might not be willing to fill.
Interesting. A little twist on that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Gotcha.
Where did your inspiration come for this?
Yeah, good question.
I have chronic fatigue syndrome. I'm not going to try to say the other scientific term for it because it's a really long word that's very difficult to pronounce. But ME is the shortening. And I was diagnosed in high school, which wasn't common. This is not a condition that's normally diagnosed in high school. So for me, this is a personal story. This is my real life with fantasy elements added in. And I wanted to write something that would tell this story and let other teenagers experiencing this know that they're not alone, that other people have experienced this. This isn't all in your head. And even if the adults around you may not always believe everything you say, there is like a real reason that this is happening.
So this is speaking directly to young adults. This isn't, yeah. And did COVID have anything to do with this? Is this kind of...
Well, one of the interesting things is that right now they're talking about long COVID and this idea that people who have COVID could not get immediately better and maybe then sort of roll into a longer term illness. And when I heard that, I thought, well, yeah, because so many people with a chronic health condition, any sort of autoimmune, it's often triggered by an infection or some other physically stressing event. And so it makes really logical sense to me that that would be true. I'm not a doctor, I can't tell you for certain, but it does make sense to me. And so, sickness and health were in the air. Talking about these things is suddenly a thing we talk about, when maybe before it was a little more of an uncomfortable subject. So it just seemed like the right book at the right time, and it forced me to confront my own feelings about what happened. So
I love how when you're a writer, that's often the case. It stirs something within you, and it's like, wow, this is very confronting, but
Yes.
it's helpful to me and my readers.
I love that very confronting, yes.
Yeah.
Everything I've published at this point is me dealing with my own stuff and sort of putting it out into the world and saying, well, I hope this helps you deal with your stuff too.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
so
beautiful.
This book is chronic illness. Previous books have been about grief and loss and mental health and all of those sorts of things that are kind of difficult to tackle. But I think in fantasy, you can tackle them with a little bit more space to breathe, because they feel less threatening, because you've got those fantasy elements to sort of say, but this isn't real, except it is.
Because reality can be stressful, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's a little bit of a less confronting way to be able to deal with it in a healthy way.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it just creates that emotional space for people to say, I can handle this story because it's not rigidly real, where I feel so emotionally almost attacked or confronted by this book, which I've definitely read books where that's the case.
Yeah.
In a great way, but still, you're not always in the place.
Right.
Exactly.
To deal.
And before we hit the break, you said that it's going to be coming out this Thursday, and you have a book signing?
Yes, Thursday at the Edith Dyer Community Library in Hamden at 5:30 to 7. We have a book signing. It's going to be a big party. There'll be snacks. There'll be an art activity for those who want to do that. I will, of course, speak and read the book out loud and just give everyone a chance to be excited that my 4th book is out.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's a huge accomplishment. Emma, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have all that information on our website, voxbangor.com, and Facebook. Right now, we'll throw it over to Devin Biggs. He has another check of our forecast.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Already fog's a problem out there in a few areas this morning, seeing reduced visibility at around 1 to 3 miles. This may get a little bit thicker in a few spots this morning, so we'll keep the fog rolling for a little while. But of course, rainfall. We've had some decent rainfall, and this is just as of this morning with the latest reports that have come in. Other areas, not a whole lot. Others, about 1 to 2 inches, which is good news. We definitely need the rain out there, so this will definitely help out the drought situation in a few areas. And we are still seeing a little bit of rain out there this morning, mainly across the eastern parts of the viewing area, just to the north of Bangor as well. This is all tracking off towards the north and east. A few showers to the south and west, too. Nothing too extreme at this point. This will start to back off as we head toward the latter parts of the day, as low pressure tracks off towards the north and east. But again, we're not done just yet. So this is just the first round of rain that'll be moving through. We'll catch a break today, though, with even the sun coming out later on tonight, at least before the sun sets, I should say, later in the afternoon or the evening time frame, the sun will come out. Then by tonight, though, the clouds begin to move in again as another little round of a few showers try to sneak in here, though, from another system that'll try to sneak in. So the pattern's still staying active, and we will get a little bit of a break later this afternoon. But again, we definitely need the precipitation. Here's the drought monitor that was released last Thursday. Moderate and severe drought still across a good part of the state, so any rainfall that we do get definitely will help things out. As the waypoints are up a little bit, though, because of the area of low pressure moving in at around 2 to 4 feet, according to the buoys. No small craft advisory in effect at this point. They're not expected to get much higher. But, man, this is a nice change. The winds will not be an issue at all, remaining relatively calm for the next several days or so not much of a worry there in a few areas. But our average high is 79 degrees. We'll be in the middle to upper 70s for the next few days, so overall not too bad. The lower 80s on the way by Thursday. Then back in the upper 70s Friday, Saturday, lower 80s by Sunday, and then lower 80s again as we head towards your Monday. Muggy mirrors showing dew points that will be up there a little bit, reaching up into the lower to maybe middle 60s between now and as we head towards Friday before another system moves in, drops us back down to the comfortable category as we head towards Saturday and even into parts of Sunday. Futurecast moving forward, we'll get a lot of the rain out of here, a break into clouds allowing some sunshine to peek through late before it goes down. Then clouds move in again, allowing a few more showers to sneak through. Nothing too ridiculous going on there. We'll keep chances for a few showers and even a few rumbles of thunder going as we head towards Wednesday as well, with a mixture of clouds and sunshine otherwise in a few spots. How much rain for the rest of today, though? Nothing too ridiculous. Maybe a few isolated areas of higher amounts, but pretty much a lot of the accumulating rainfall, we are just about done. We're running this all the way through Saturday. About 3/4 of an inch could still fall. So again, more beneficial rain on the way between now and Saturday. So your forecast for today, middle 70s, some morning showers, otherwise mostly cloudy. That northwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lower 60s tonight, a few showers, areas of dense fog as well, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, upper 70s, scattered showers and thunderstorms possible. West wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. A small chance of storms on Thursday, highs in the low 80s. By Friday, more storms, highs in the upper 70s. And we dry out by Saturday, mostly sunny, highs in the upper 70s.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time county fair featuring farm, steer, and ox pulls, pedal tractor pulls, truck pulls, a pig scramble, and much more. Fun rides on the Midway and daily and nightly entertainment. The Piscataquis Valley Fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover Foxcroft.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Yes. 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 I'll have what she's having. And you can too. Get ready for the good dish. Delicious twists on your favorite comfort foods. Decadent desserts you can whip up in no time. And game-changing shortcuts. What's for dinner is about to get way easier. And way more fun than doing the dishes. So get ready to get dishing.
Weekdays at 1 on Fox 22.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time county fair featuring farm, steer, and ox pulls, pedal tractor pulls, truck pulls, a pig scramble, and much more. Fun rides on the Midway and daily and nightly entertainment. The Piscataquis Valley Fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover Fox.
Summer potluck parties means lots of friends and family, fun in the sun, and the part that everyone looks forward to the most, lots of good food. So if you're invited to one and need something to bring, here's an idea. How about fancied up deviled eggs? Yup, these are so good, they'll earn you the title of MVP at this year's bash. We start by hard cooking a dozen eggs. Now, if you're one of those folks who thinks hard-boiled eggs are difficult, think again. All we do is place the eggs in a large pot, cover them with water, and bring them to a boil. Once they start to boil, turn off the heat, cover them, and let them sit for about 12 minutes for large eggs or 15 for extra large ones. Then drain them well, add some ice, and this will make peeling them a breeze. After cutting them in half and placing the yolks in a bowl, we add some mayo, sour cream, Dijon mustard, and a bit of black pepper. After it's mixed, we add some crumbled bacon, shredded cheddar, and a bit of chives. Do these look amazing or what? I have a pretty good feeling that these are going to be the first dish to disappear. They're that good. To get the recipe for our bacon and cheddar deviled eggs, simply visit our website and get ready for lots of oohs and ahs. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a bacon and egg lovers way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Yesterday in Old Town, 5 Maine Forest Rangers were sworn in. The ceremony took place outdoors at the Maine Forest Service Regional Office. To become a Maine Forest Ranger, qualified individuals must obtain an associate's degree, have successfully passed the Maine Criminal Justice Academy's alert examination and their physical fitness test, and be willing to be